The house has been an evolving 8-year renovation for Cobi and her husband, Wits head of film and TV, Nduka Mntambo. Inspired by Art Logic, the art and lifestyle fairs company which Cobi co-owns, the design is African contemporary with a Japanese influence.
Nduka, I understand that the home didn't always look quite like this.
Not at all, and it was something else. You know, when we came here to see the house, I was like... But then Cobi had the vision. She saw this room, and then she saw that she could create a kitchen, and then after some work, lots of work, and the wood and the light, and we've been really enjoying this kind of experimentation of rethinking space. That's what happened here.
The old Slasto floors were covered over with eucalyptus wood, and they've developed their lounge into a gallery space for art collected from Cobi's work.
This is a very special piece that I got from the F&B Joburg Art Fair about 3 years ago. It's a collaboration between Spanish designer Patricia Arquel, who's doing amazingly international at the moment, and African guy called Peter Mabayo. And we just love it. We sit on it, we move it around with the orange. It's so iconic. That's another artwork that's very close to our heart. It's by South African artist Nduka Mntambo. She did this series of herself dressed up in cowhide in a stadium in Mozambique as if she was a bullfighter. So it's just, it's really alive for our kids. We talk to them about it. It's a way for them to learn about art. Then this artwork is a bit of a showstopper because of all the lights, especially at night. The South African artist Stephanus Rademeyer, he questions space and your relationship with objects. That's why when you look at it, it's kind of, there's an illusion that's created.
Yeah.
They love the symmetry of wood slats and shades of pink, brown and grey in them.
Yeah, can you believe that this was a small little kitchen and all the cabinets fitted in here, and here was a wall? That's crazy. And then this is a staircase that we designed ourselves. We wanted to use the Seligna wood, which is on the floor and it's in the slatting. And then we like this to kind of play with the vertical, so we took the lines all the way up, and then when you look at it, it almost looks like an installation. We think that this origami light by Maker Design really fits with the natural, the wood and all the natural materials that we use. These are two very special artworks to us too. This is a Norman Catherine. It's actually just a maquette. There's an enormous one that's standing in Rosebank from time to time. And this is one of our South African artists that passed away, Peter Schutz. It's called The Dumb Waiter. He made it carving with wood. A lot of works that he did has a similar kind of look.
Instead of a master plan, the renovation was a series of experiments in material and color.
Oh, this is beautiful. I see you've carried on the slated wooden theme into your bedroom, complete with your own private balcony.
Yes, these pieces are the same, from the same designer as the ones in the kitchen. We worked with him in our fairs too. It's called Quip Design. He's based in KZN. So it's this unfinished ply that is, again, it's a light look. It's not like the rest of the house. It's like more dark. We wanted to bring light into this room. There's more South African art in this room. That is an artwork by South African artist Ati Patraruka. That is a result of a performance piece that he did, rubbing his body against the print. And the reason why we have so many South African and African contemporary artists is because we believe that it's really strong content and it speaks to our lives. It's not from somewhere else. It tells our stories, and that's important for our kids too. And at the same time, it's about the economy. It's about supporting them.
From contemporary African ceramics to a philodendron lightshade and the bamboo forest around their balcony, art merges with nature organically.
Do you guys just ever sit here and just soak in the sun?
All the time, especially in the afternoon, and I love the sound of the rustling of the bamboo. It's so tranquil.
You have an absolutely beautiful garden. I can imagine the kids have the time of their lives in this beautiful pool.
And we all have a time of our life in this pool. We spend a lot of time in it. Where we're walking now in the previous pool, before we redesigned this, it was literally, we had this huge pool that was not very sustainable. And then we designed this one. It's all about kind of streamline, as you can see, you know. You can do very nice exercise. So it's a very, very nice space to spend time.
Over 7 summers, they've established enough Kikuyu for their children Lunga and Ellen to play on. Surrounded by trees, grasses and flower beds which spill onto the walkways. A free-flowing naturescape for all the family.
Tell me a little bit about creating this impressive garden.
It was a big job. It really took all of these 8 years that we've been living here because it was extremely overgrown. So the plant structure was very, very different. Once the pool was gone, I could put some succulents in, some indigenous plants. I think it's so important. We also have a grey water system that comes from our bath, that waters everything, you know, with water scarcity, you have to think about that. But also I love the textures of these kinds of plants. So lots of grasses to soften it.
Cobi and Nduka met 15 years ago while doing a film course at WITS. Nduka is an artist in his own right. Last year, one of his mobile sculptures was selected for the Video X Festival in Switzerland.
And Nduka, of course, the artwork over there is your creation.
Wow, yeah, that was one of the first prototypes before. So I just had to do it in a much more bigger scale. And I just love the wood and working with the wood, and it's degrading right now, but it's working with the elements in a very nice way as it's moving.
So the space.
Exactly,
much, yeah.
It makes the space a little bit more magical, and I really, really like that about that.
When they moved in with firstborn Lunga, none of the windows closed and the geyser promptly burst. Alterations began. The last new window went in the day after Cobi brought their second child, Ellen, home from hospital. And the fun, games and renovations continued.
Oh wow, you guys are really good. You have an absolutely beautiful family. Is this what's inspired you to write a new children's book?
I think so. You know, I've been working in art for so long at the art fair, and I realized that art is important for kids too, but it's difficult for them to understand it. So the book is about artists' lives and their stories, because I think kids can relate to people's lives. So it'll be ready in September at the art fair.
As an infant, Ellen's first night out of the maternity home was spent listening to contractors grinding out windows. They'd told her mother it was either then or she'd have to wait a year. Mother and daughter survived, and this room was worth the wait.
Ellen, what do you love most about your room?
I think my bed because it's my favorite color, magenta, and my wallpaper because it has lots of animals and I love animals.
Is that you?
Yes, my opa used to be an artist and she would draw pictures of people on pillows and she made one for me.
Looks as beautiful as you are.
Thank you.
Wow, Lunga, that's impressive. Can you teach me something?
I was never a very good teacher.
What do you love most about playing the piano?
Well, it gets me a lot of compliments and it's quite a fun thing to do.
Okay, can you play another song for me? The pair of you have quite the eye for design. What advice would you give homeowners who want to refurbish their homes?
I think that you don't have to get it right the first time. I think you can take your time, have patience, try things out, because you get very nervous, you know, is it going to be the right color? You can change the color.
And you, Nduka?
It's a process. What we've learned that it's a process. It's not something that you just hire, it's a process.
Thank you so much for allowing me the privilege to spend time with your family.
It was lovely meeting you.
This harmony of African and Japanese design is a hit.